back to the great team in the Mali Focus Center. Sean has now put the presentation up, and Ibrahim, are you back? Then please go ahead now with your presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Stefan and the team. Thank you very much also for our friend from South Africa. So I will thank you for some of the activities we are doing here in Mali and also in the regions. When we say that community power, you know, that is a kind of great opportunities for our part of the world, especially renewable energy. Especially also that there are some good policy taking place. I would like also to thank our National Director of Energy, Ms. Aminata Fofana is online. I think she's following this, is registered. And that also to show that this webinar is also very important for Malian Authority, because this is a basic program and she's online and following this with us. So it is very important and crucial. Next slide, please. And so Mali is one of the countries in the world with a high access to solar energy. And the Malian authorities have a very ambitious plan because for electrification, because we went from very low access to rural area, less than 1%. Today we have more than 17%. We have more than 17% of rural population have access to electricity, and we will also continue to grow the targets ambitious to reach 80%. Mali is heavily depending to the imported fossil fuels coming from the nearest port, which is about 1,000 kilometers. We are landlocked countries, and it's kind of very important for Mali authority today. So renewable energy, for that they are giving tax exemptions on all renewable energy equipment, duty-free in Mali, which is quite important. It was solar energy, but since now almost 7 years, it's was expanded to all renewable energies. When you are importing them to enter Mali, you don't pay, you pay zero taxes, which is quite important because the government want to have more access for wider communities. This is also thanks to the very active role played by the Malian civil society NGOs and companies, and which Mali for example work a lot on that with other actors, and also with our Directorate of Renewable Energy, including the renewable energy agencies. So this also shows how even if Mali is a kind of very low-income countries, but the authorities are putting quite a big important place for renewable energy, and we have today since 2003 a national agency who is focusing on rural electrification programs. Next slide. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yes. So we want to show a concrete example here. Mali, for example, NIETA as one of the leading NGOs in West Africa in renewable energies, and we are also during the 2018 climate World Community Power Conference here in Mali after Fukushima, Japan. We launched the African Platform for Community Power and Electrification, which brings together more than 34 African countries, where we are really active on renewables and energy supplies. Access is also one of the company I have a responsibility, very active in rural area for electrifications. With today 27 municipalities electrified, and we are providing electricity directly to 7,000 people. With access to more than 100,000 people have access to electricity today, and productive users. This is the most important. So we partnership with Mali governments and World Bank, and national banks, and for facilitating this. It was very important during the 2 years ago conference. It was very important that access and the German cooperatives, we launched together a project, a community project, to make our first water supply in Benjo, which you have a picture here. And we show that also the community around the world, like Mali and Germany, will work together to provide energy access and energy services, renewable energy services to remote communities in Africa. That's a way also to show concrete outcome, and maybe Stefan can say so a few words about that. Concrete outcome of the Second World Community Power Conference we organized here in Mali together with the area and also with ISET, Japan, and also with support of German government. Next slide. Yeah, so the community powers in our area is also key element for income generations, because electricity is a catalyzer, like Herman Scher was always saying, also Preben Michael also from the Danish Forest Center was always saying, when you have energy, you have an economy, and that economy have to be democratic, and therefore renewable energy is important. And you see here that when you are providing electricity to the community in our area, you are supporting the women who are doing small businesses, like cooling station, cooling facilities, small restaurants, and you are providing job to young people with welding, agriculture machineries, and also the processing facility as a productive use. The processing of agricultural product and reducing carbon losses. And we had the opportunity to visit during the 2 years ago when we were in Mali, the participants to see Kakumana Day, where people could see experience, how a small 33 kilowatt installed in a village of 10,000 people, the impact it made in terms of local economy. Maybe 33 kilowatt is just for one German or Australian or American or Danish household, just one. But here, with 32 kilowatt, we provide electricity to more than 200 people, and we power almost 20 small businesses, and which create for a lot of jobs. So that is to really see. Therefore, we are now working also with VVA and some of our German partners, and also discussing Japanese to establish the crowdfunding platforms, meta platforms, where we could, support when we are providing rural electrification. We could support the small businesses to really improve life, of many young people in their communities, and which could have an impact on the local economy, and also in north-south and south-south regions. Next. Yeah, in that dynamic, Mali for example is also working on education, because that is also one of the key work, and this is an initiative we are working with the Danish Forest Center to set up an African Institute for Renewable Energy, Climate and Innovations, and that facility we have in south of Mali in Selenge, because we believe that one thing is renewable energy is affordable, is a well-proven technology today all over the world, but we need also to have the capacity available among young people in our part of the world here. So that is one of the dedication of the Manipur Center, and in that we are working very, very hard now with the Manipur Center to make this happen. And there are also a German green people energy cooperating with GZ to really make this also work in Mali, to really train trainers, training schools with renewable energy programs. So which no, so this will may have a big impact on the simulation of the community powers and facilitation of the local economic development and resilience to climate change. Next. Yeah, so this is a few slides from Manufacturing we wanted to show you about what we are doing, and also again we are very happy to be a co-host of this international webinar, and maybe we will have time for discussions very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. And indeed, you are not just kind of presenting the case of one community or of some communities, but the work that you're doing is actually covering a whole country. So you are interested in really developing community power and renewable energy across the country, as we understand, and really for the benefit of the people. So thank you, and I would request everyone now, in the interest of time, if you have questions at the moment, write in the chat. There's a chat window, and we would continue now with the speeches, and then later have time for some discussion. Ibrahim, again, thank you, and we'll come back to you a bit later. And again, not only Ibrahim, but the whole team, great team, fantastic team that you have in Bamako and also on the field, I know. People who are doing great work, really, I'm very proud working with you. So now we move from Bamako to Zimbabwe.